Hey guys, how's it going? Solo back with the start of another trading week. And wow, what a day it was today. The first trading day of 2021. And already it seems like we're off to a pretty rough start. Look at the heat map here. A lot of red on the board. And I'm not talking just dark red. I mean, we're talking bright red, which usually means it's down 3% or more. Look at this: Apple, Microsoft, Google, Facebook, Amazon, big tech. Only big tech company that was really safe was Tesla. That managed to be green, up 3.4%. But everything, the semis were pretty much red. Banks, financials, all red. Healthcare was mostly red. Just an overall day in the market today. I'm going to assume if you had shares or if you had options open, you probably wish you could take this day back. But let's get right into it. Let's take a look at Riot Blockchain, because if you saw some of my other videos over the past few days, you know that right now the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, it's all going nuts right now. And if you can't play the crypto stocks, if your broker doesn't let you do that, or wherever you're living doesn't let you do that, well, you can still get into the cryptocurrency craze with stocks like Riot Blockchain that I've covered in prior videos, and also like Mara or Marathon Patent Group, which I've also covered. So let's take a look at Riot. We haven't looked at that in a few days now. So we'll do an updated video on Riot Blockchain. As we always do, we'll see how it traded today. Didn't really trade that well, which is kind of surprising, but it probably got beaten down because the whole market was red. And we'll do some updated technical analysis. We'll look at a news article that came out recently. And then like we always do, we will finish the video looking at the option flow data to see how the big money investors were trading Riot today. So let's take a look at Robinhood right now. So here's the Robinhood graph on Riot Blockchain. You can see we started off the day pre-market really well, up almost 10.7%. And if you saw some of my videos from over the weekend, this is what I thought was going to happen, because we had a long holiday weekend, people were at home, the stock market wasn't open, so a lot of people were trading Bitcoin and Dogecoin and Ethereum and Litecoin and all the other coins you can name. And so I thought other the stocks like Riot and Mara were just going to pump today. And I was true right until the opening bell, because as soon as the stock market opened, you can see we just sold off all the way to about noontime, where we were now down almost 6%. We kind of rallied a little bit, but we were flat. So we, like I said, closed the day down 3%, and then we're down another 2% after hours. So kind of a rough day. But like I said, the overall market had a rough day today. And the speculation is because tomorrow the Georgia Senate runoff elections occur. And right now, at the last time I checked, the two Democrats are actually leading the Republicans. And if both Democrats win the seats, then basically the Democrats will have complete control over Congress and the government, really. And so the thought then is that they're now going to increase taxes on big corporations, maybe increase other taxes on individuals or wealthy individuals. So maybe it's not going to be great for the stock market. After the presidential election happened, I think the stock market was happy because you had a Democratic president, but you had essentially a Republican Congress. So you had kind of a gridlock. And so the market thought, okay, not a lot of changes will happen because they're just going to bicker back and forth. But now if you have a unified government where everyone or the majority is Democrat, then they may be able to pass some of their bills that might hurt wealthy corporations or wealthy individuals. And I don't think the stock market is going to like that. So we may be in for another red day tomorrow and Wednesday, depending on how things go. So we'll have to stay tuned for that. But let's take a look at a news article I saw on Riot. So here's an article I saw on Yahoo Finance, and this is from 4 days ago, from December 31st. And they talk about a few stocks that they think are going to be big this coming year, and Riot is one of them. So if we scroll down, we can see right here where they talk about Riot Technologies, and they're saying it's a pure play blockchain stock. And they're saying there's not very many of them out there. Riot Blockchain is one of them, and they are engaged in building and strengthening the Bitcoin ecosystem via proof of work mining. So they're looking to advance its mining operations of Bitcoin. And I covered in some of my earlier videos at the end of December that they had purchased 15,000 more of these S19 Pro and S19J Pro Ant miners from this company, Bitmain Technologies. So they're expecting now with these new purchases that they're going to have a 65% rise in Bitcoin mining hash rate capacity. And they're going to start using or deploying these miners in May to October of this year. So they're not quite in use yet. And actually, Zacks has ranked them as a number 2 buy. And so they think that revenues and earnings for 2020, they think they're going to have growths of 52.1 and 28.8% in this year, year over year, basically. So right now, they actually say the stock, Riot Blockchain, has surged over 1,300% compared with the industry's growth of only 10% on a year-to-date basis. So they're bullish. Obviously, this article came out before today happened. So I am still bullish on blockchain. Let me show you the technical analysis and why I think so, and then we will end the video looking at the option flow data. So here's the trading view graph that I like to do my technical analysis on for Riot Blockchain. You can see we've already covered this for the past few days. If you're new to the channel, I like to look at daily candles. So each candle represents 1 day of trading. We have the volume bars on the bottom, and then below that, the RSI curve. I keep it simple using the 21-day moving average, which is in orange, and the 50-day moving average, which is in pink. And these yellow lines here are areas of support and resistance that I think are there, with these Fibonacci retracements, these colored bars in the background. So right now, you can see I drew this trend line dating back to really early November till now, where everything's just up and to the right. And this is what you love to see in a stock. And I have this arrow here just showing you up and to the right. And I think what's going to happen, we had this big red pullback today, but I'm not too concerned because we're still trending along this trend line. And even if you look back in early December, we did break down below the trend line, but we came right back up it. Overall, the overall picture is still up and to the right. So if you did get assigned shares of stock on a cash secured put, or if you bought shares at some point in the past month or so, you're still looking pretty good on Riot Blockchain. So that's just what I want to see continue. We haven't even gotten down to this trend line yet. You can see intraday, we pretty much bounced off it. We closed a little bit above it. So even if we have a little bit of a red day again tomorrow or Wednesday, as long as we're on the up and up, I'm not too worried. And honestly, we might have another red day Tuesday and Wednesday just because of what the political market is doing basically to the stock market. But also the RSI curve has been quite overbought for a long time now, even though it's still going up and up and up. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised. And honestly, I wouldn't panic if we have another bit of a pullback tomorrow or even Wednesday, because like I said, the overall kind of midterm or long-term trend right now looks like it's going up and up. Like I said, cryptocurrency is going crazy right now. I'm sure the media is going to start to pick it up and just kind of build even more hype. I'm not too worried about that. My area of support is at around $14.60. But like I said, I think this trend line is going to act as a more closer area of support right now. But we'll have to see what happens. Let's take a look at the option flow data to see how the big money investors were trading Riot today. So here's the Trade UI platform that I used to look at my option flow data. You can see 22 sweep options came in on Riot today. If we scroll down, we can see that it's kind of a mixed split. 13 were call options, 9 were put options. So the green boxes represent call options that were bought. The red boxes represent put options that were bought. You can see the strike prices here in this column and the expiration. If I scroll down, you can see a lot of these were weekly options. A lot of these expire this Friday. And the interesting thing is at the end of the day, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 big orders that came in at the end of the day, or in the afternoon, I should say, that were all call options. 5 of these were for this Friday expiration, and they're for 15 and 20 strikes. So we closed a little over $16 today. So these 15 strike call options are probably hedges. They're probably in the money calls that were bought. However, we have these 3 options, these 20 strike, that are out of the money. So those are very bullish plays. Somebody is betting big, or some people are betting big, that Riot is going to rally and maybe get closer to 20 or even $20 by this Friday. You can see this order was for $114,000 worth of options. This one was for about $50,000. This one was about $81,000. So big money, people betting that Riot is going to be around 20 or over $20 in a week. So in 4 more trading days. So let me know what you think. Do you have shares or options on Riot? Do you have cryptocurrency? Do you have Dogecoin, Bitcoin, Litecoin? Let me know what your positions are in the comments below. Do you agree or disagree? Are you still bullish, or is this the beginning of a pullback? As always, make sure you join our Discord server. We have free text and voice channels in there now. Add me on Twitter, add me on Instagram, add me on Reddit. But most importantly, hope you have a green day tomorrow and happy trading.